In this video, we will talk about the Battle of Princeton and how George Washington was victorious over the British. After the Battle of Trenton, George Washington realized he would not be able to hold the British forces out, so he retreated across the Delaware from Trenton. Then he gathered a large number of militiamen, totaling about 5,000, and marched back to the town of Trenton in order to fight back the British that were invading. Okay, so after the Battle of Trenton, the British were residing at Princeton, and the Americans were residing at Trenton. So, one day, Cornwallis decides to come down and try to eliminate these colonists. So, they had a little skirmish during the day, and during the night, Washington decides he cannot hold these British any longer, and decides to flee and go all the way to Princeton. And so, while Cornwallis was at Trenton, there was a British general named Hood, and he was residing at Princeton. Before the Americans wanted to take on Hood's army, the Americans decided to try to break this bridge, this connection between Trenton and Princeton, so that other British soldiers could not come to Princeton. So, unfortunately, Hood's men came outside of Princeton and they saw the colonists. So they started this battle right here. So, after long hours of battling, the British eventually had to retreat back, and George Washington was following their army and killing more. However, Cornwallis comes along, and so George Washington sees this, and so he retreats all the way back to Morristown, while the British retreat to New Brunswick. After the Battle of Princeton, the colonials took prisoners, arms, and supplies, and went to Morristown to reside. They built establishments to protect them from winter and any possible British attacks. And the British, after the Battle of Princeton, they grouped together and they went to New Brunswick, that is north of Princeton. The significance of the Battle of Princeton was that George Washington had his first victory over a British army of regulars. Also, Washington demonstrates leadership skills and bravery, and he boosts colonist morale. And now the colonists believe they have a chance in fighting British soldiers and gaining their freedom.